Lecture we will discuss about the topic network architecture. As we all know that in wireless sensor network the sensor plays a vital role. So that is why in first half of unit 2 we have discussed about how we are going to fabricate a single node. So what are the things are present inside your sensor node. So like controller, a lot of communication systems, memory, power supply, these are all integrated. Finally, you will be creating a sensor node. So in this topic, we will discuss about how we are going to form a network. So under this topic, we will be discuss about how each and every sensor node start to interact with each other, how it will be share the information from it particular area to the corresponding end user. That is what we will discuss under this topic. So the main aim of this chapter is here how the node has been gathered together to form a meaningful network. So let us see the example forest fire detection. So in this example, in order to detect the forest fire with help of helicopter, I am going to randomly deploying the sensor over that area. The sensor node will be fall and placed in a particular location. Now we are going to dividing that area into so many regions. So each and every regions you can elect the cluster head. Here I have shown that cluster head is there and lot of gateway nodes are there. So through that we can able to reach your desired sync node. So let us see this example. Here the fire was happened here, which will be detected by these two sensor. Now these two sensor are in active mode. Then this will pass the information to its corresponding cluster head. Then the cluster head, in order to share the information to the sync node, it will be make a communication or else forward the information to this gateway node. Again, it will be reached to this cluster head. So with the help of this cluster head, the node which is in the particular region can able to receive the information. Then it will be share the information to the corresponding sync node. In this way, the communication can take place in wireless sensor network. Okay, so now we want to discuss about what are all the scenarios we need to know. We need to aware these are all the scenarios which will be occur in wireless sensor network when we form a network. So here three possibilities are there. That is, node can able to talk with each other. Node can able to talk with some other node which is in different network. Then the node can able to talk with some of the fixed network. These are the three scenarios. Your node must have these three scenarios. Then only we can able to successfully implement our wireless sensor network. Okay. So now we want to know about what do you mean by the sources and what do you mean by sink. Sources means you all know that. So in forest fire, let us consider the same example. So the fire was occurred which was detected by some of the sensor node. So that node will act as a source node. So the base station like that is there, which needs which need the information. So those node need that information, then the node will act as your sync node. So these are all the major parameters which comes in wireless sensor network, that is source node and sync node. So let us see the image here. Here the source node means there's a node which detect that particular event, then you can say it as a source node. So the node which want that information, then you can say it as a sync node. So you or else then in that case we can able to your sync node, whether two different types of sync node we will be having, whether it is a node itself or else you are going to use some of the personal digital assistant PDA, or else it may be of your base stations, whatever may be. So your end users or else your sync node may be different types. It may be of your PDA or else it may be of your fixed stations. Okay. Now we want to know about how the communication can take place, how the information has been passed from source node to sync node, how it will be reached your sync node. So in order to understand this, here I have shown that image. So let us consider single hop and multi hop. So in first unit itself, we have discussed about what do you mean by that single hop. In single hop means so the direct communication link established between your source and sync. Let us consider here there is absence of obstacle. Then what will happen? This sensor node has detected some event. Then it want to share the information to the sync node. If there is no obstacle, directly it can able to transfer the information to this sync. So if it is in order to establish this kind of direct communication, there is where there is no need of intermediate node. We can able to directly transfer the information from source to sink. So in this case, you can able to call it as single hop network. If suppose any obstacles are present in between your source and sink, we can able to directly transfer the signal from source to sink. During that time, we are going to get the help from intermediate nodes. Now the information will be passed to here, then it will be passed here, then it will be reached here. In this way, the communication can take place. This in this way of network is, you can say it as a multi-op network. So when the multi-op network is required means two reason. So one first reason is, if the obstacle is present between your source and sink, then during that case the obstacle is the multi-op network is required. If suppose the distance between your sink node and source node is very much larger, then during that case also the multi-op network has been required. Then one more thing, when we talk about the energy consumption, let us see here. When we talk about the energy consumption between these two different types of network, if you are using the direct communication network, so they are saying it will consume somewhat higher energy. They will be told that it will be consume somewhat higher energy. If you are transmitting the information through with the help of the intermediate node, then it will be consuming the it will generating the radiated energy will be less. I am talking about the radiating energy, not about the overall energy. When we talk about the radiated energy, if we are going to get the help from intermediate nodes, then the radiated energy will be less. The required radiated energy will be less when we compare with direct communication. If it is directly communicate, then it will be generating some more maximum radiated energy. They will be mathematically described here. D is CD alpha and 2C D by 2 alpha. If it is given by the direct communication, it is given by your multi-op relay network. Here the distance will be reduced. If you are reducing the distance, the radiating energy will be greatly reduced. Then we need to know about so what are all the different types of scenarios we will be having. So sometimes for a particular region, you will be getting more source nodes are there. That is more source node and only one single sink is there. In some cases, many sink node are there, only one source node is there. In some cases, many source node and many sink nodes are there. These are the three possibilities we are going to have in wireless sensor network. So let us consider the same forest fire examples. There we are dividing the area into so many regions. So in that particular, when we talk about the particular region, the particular region, so many nodes are there. Many number of nodes can able to detect the same event. So you can say it as a multiple source, and but the sync node will be only one. So here you will the information will be required by many number of nodes. So the source node will be one and sync node will be many. So when we talk about the third possibilities, here more number of sense source node is there, many number of sync node is also there. These are the three major possibilities. And we will be having different types of mobility also. So when we talk about the mobility in wireless sensor network, three different cases we have. So first case is node mobility, and second case is sync mobility, and third one is event mobility. So the node mobility means, here you all know that once the node has been deployed in that particular area, where if let us consider the same example, forest fire reduction. Once a node has been successfully deployed in the particular region, if any wind will there, or else if any animals will be go there, then only the node will be moving from one location to another location. So that is the another thing of here. If you are applying some of the any external force, then only the node will be moving from one location to another location. When we talk about the sync mobility, so for example, the sync may be of your personal digital assistants, right? For example, if you are connected that sensing operation into your laptop, now you are in roaming. So during that time, your sync will be moving from one location to another location. So in that case, how we are going to gather the information from the corresponding source node? That is what we will discuss under the sync mobility. And event mobility means sometimes the event will be, for example, if I want to detect the animal movement in the particular forest, the animal will be moving from one location to another location. With the help of this event mobility, I can able to perform tracking application. That is the another important mobility which will occur in wireless sensor network. So here I have shown the image in that we have discussed about the sync mobility. So previously your sync will be here. So it will be receiving the information from this node. So I have shown that forest fire reduction there. One gateway node is there. With the help of that gateway and cluster head and particular node, the corresponding sync can gather the information. Here also the same thing will be occur. So so nodes can be able to detect the event, then they will be share the information to this particular node. So now with the help of this node, the sync node can able to gather the information, right? So now the sync will be moving from here to here. Now it will be receiving the information from this node. So in this way, it will be gather the information. If the sync is moving from one location to another location, so previously it will be receiving the information of from this intermediate node. Now it will be receiving the same information from this intermediate node. Accordingly, it will be receiving the information. So the third possibility is event mobility. So here the elephant is there. So the presence of elephant can be detected by four such sensors. So for the particular region, let us consider this region. In that four sensor is there. All the four sensor can able to detect this event, right? Now what will happen? Now the elephant is moving from here to here to there. So now this area will the sensor which is placed inside this area can able to detect the motion of this elephant. So in this way we can able to track the animal movement. So where the elephant will be moving from here to there, like that we can able to trace the location of this elephant. So this application, based on that, we can able to do lot of application. Like we can able to track our GPS position, vehicles. So many way we can if it is in a particular working environment, we can able to use some of the ICs or tag RF tag. Based on that, we can able to trace the human beings. So those who are working in some of that environment like Neyveli and any chemical industries. So if we want to track the particular person, we can able to use these kind of methods. Okay, thank you.